Agriculture has been the backbone of Bhutan's economy for a long period of time. For generations, families' lives revolved around the farms. The importance of farming to the livelihoods of the Bhutanese continues to the present day. 70% of the population depends on farming for their livelihood. However, since the early 60s, Bhutan's hydropower plants have been fueling the country's economic growth, generating more than 50% of the government's gross revenue through sales to India.
In addition, due to modern developments, urban settlements are increasing rapidly. In fact, Bhutan has the highest rate of rural-urban migration in South Asia. Fields are now left fallow, where there was once a lively farming scene. Young people are no longer interested in farming. But why?
Nowadays, as everything is changing, even the thinking of youth is changing day by day. Nobody would like to do digging and all and hard works. Everybody would love to stay in the rotating chair and do the easiest work of just signing papers.
Farming for me is not really recommendable because it needs a lot of energy.
Farming as a profession, I think it's not a good thing because people get tired and they lose lots of energy in the future. I would not like to be a farmer because it will hamper my physical health.
Because it is very dirty.
Farming, in my point of view, I think it is related to the people living in rural areas.
I think I don't want to take farming as my profession because we have to work hard in the fields and we have to stay in the hot sun, then our hands will get dirty.
For me, I think farmer is a difficult work to do. It's a difficult job.
Usually, we don't think about doing farming because they think it's a low-class job. It's same with me because we have higher aims.
Despite the change in trend, there are yet people, educated people, who go for farming and make it their profession.
And I call myself now educated farmer. Educated farmer, a farmer who knows what he is growing, how he is growing, for whom he is growing. So basically, I'm playing with seeds and soil, water and light. I think I'm doing what I like. So nobody teaches me. So this job is not really from 9 to 5, or there's no boss for me. And I grow what I like to grow and what people likes me to grow. And I'm not under anyone. I have this complete freedom as a educated farmer, you know. Now as a farmer, I can live without money now. That is very fantastic, you know. If they are not feeling shy to buy, I won't feel shy to sell. Then they also ask the question, if you study hard, if you are smart enough, you'll become this one, the doctors and teachers. If you are ugly, if you are not smart enough, you'll become this one, the farmer, you know. So I think the teacher have a big role to play there. Doing what you like, that is the dignity of labor, I mean. I have gained more than what I lost. And yeah, there's no regret at all.
The government is as well tirelessly working hard to promote agriculture.
Traditionally, Bhutan is an agrarian society. It is important. Agriculture is still predominantly, it provides employment as well as livelihood. Ministry of Agriculture, therefore, facilitates, provides support to develop agriculture. But somehow or the other, agriculture has not been very attractive to youth, to educated youth. So the challenge for us in the ministry is to make agriculture more attractive. Basically, the problem for Bhutan has been, you pursue education, a university academic education, it is not intended for agriculture at all. If you do not find job elsewhere, then you think agriculture then. I think that's too late. In Bhutan, so far what has happened is a way of subsistence, and we have not looked at agriculture as a business and profession. If you look at agriculture as a business and profession, then you go to commercialize agriculture. To the interested entrepreneurs rather, entrepreneurs, I think what the ministry provides is, of course we provide technical guidance. We also provide some initial trainings. We also facilitate to provide support in investments. But with this, I think there are a number of enterprises and groups, which are coming up or are in the pipeline.
This is one more educated farmer in the capital who has inspired many youngsters through her work.
Since I am very lucky to have this piece of land here, I very much wanted to utilize my land in the way that it should feed my family, first of all. And secondly, also during that time, in the market we had no poultry products like eggs, It was all from India, and a lot of the eggs that we purchased were always rotten. And I was very much interested that we should have access to daily fresh eggs, in the market, not only for ourselves, but for the others also. Now, like poultry, you cannot do it in a small way. If you do, you have to do it fairly big, and in which case you have to employ people. So eating fresh vegetables, eating your own fresh eggs, that makes me happy. It was very difficult in the beginning when I started, because that time there were very few poultry farms, And many people would come and ask me this question: what do you do when the chickens get old? So when I told them that, I have to sell it to people who want to buy it for meat, and then everybody had this look of horror on their face. And I have to tell you very frankly that there were even people who told me, you are a wife of a red scarf officer, how can you do this poultry? So I told them, somebody has to start. Somebody has to show the way, and we have to overcome all this. And I think many people have overcome that, and you can see now there are hundreds of poultry farms that has mushroomed over the last 10 years. As land, as far as I know, no Bhutanese is poor enough that they don't own a few acres of land. You grow your own vegetables, you grow your own food, you have your own cows. I mean, being happy with what you have, I think is change. Anybody who owns more than 2 acres of land should grow as many things as they can, because see, we have fruits, vegetables. But I always tell my children also to be just very simple, and that's how I live myself also, in a very simple way. Young people now, they should realize, that they think the town is so good and everybody wants to come to the town. But I would now tell the young people, once they're educated, go back to their own villages and do farming. If all the young people want to only crowd in the capital and leave all the old people to do the farming, they also don't know the new ways, in the beginning, the agriculture people always brought a lot of farmer groups. And they came to look at my farm, and they also felt, she's Jatsho's wife, she's living in the city, and still she's doing poultry farming. And a lot of them got encouraged, because later on when I went to the villages, I saw quite a lot of them had started. So I guess I had inspired them, and I'm yet to inspire some young people now.
I'm Yeshey Dorjee. I'm from Bhutan, Zambia. Even though I don't have any friends, I have my friends here, my plants, and when I grow big, I want to be an educated farmer.
Madi sunupagi ladi gaya kachi searching tarinawa ngachira Indian ki repeat na sami ani kangin thini di bin digi de ngachi miso sunupagi ladi beochi nam sami pento du kachi searching ngachi so rugi gya ka plele mora gi round of this way digi ma sing ngachira sunupagi ladi nam sami pento yisi shuni kachi so rangi monile nam sami so samaje rangi miso chuni lo nam sami pento yisi shuni.
Person can be educated and be a farmer, right? Because if there are no farmers, there cannot be any economy, there cannot be anything supporting the country for its development. So I think farming is as well as good as a profession.